Hi, this is John Hawthorne with Delaware Valley Outdoors. And if you were with us on our last segment, we were talking about the ideal fishing rod to begin with. And today I actually want to share with you about a matching fishing reel to go with that rod. Obviously, rods and reels come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. In our last segment, we talked about the ideal fishing rod to start with, and that was a 6.5 or a 7-foot medium action spinning reel that's made sure that it has an IM6 blank. So today I want to talk to you about the ideal spinning reels that are best suited for that. Now, I tend to be a Shimano guy, so when I'm looking at my fishing reels, I always like to go with a Shimano reel. I very much like to have the quick fire, the trigger system that they have for casting. I feel that that allows me to be more accurate in cast. But there are lots of good reel manufacturers out there. Daiwa, Abu Garcia, Mitchell, Pflueger. There are lots of great reels out there. Of course, Penn. But the issue comes down to price. You can buy a reel at Walmart for $15. You can go to Cabela's or Bass Pro and spend several $100s. The pros out on the BASS circuit are probably carrying reels that start at about $150, maybe even $200 a piece. But I certainly am not carrying reels of that caliber. The reels I carry typically run anywhere from $25 to $35. And my suggestion to you would be trying to match the reel based on the amount of fishing that you're doing. The big difference you're going to find in reel price is how many ball bearings there are in a reel. Your cheapest reels will have a very few amount of ball bearings, if any, maybe 1 or 2. Whereas your higher end, more expensive reels are going to have 4, 5, even 6, 7, 8, 9 or more ball bearings. Kind of a little rule of thumb that I use, if you are someone that's only going to be fishing, say, once a month, well, then you can probably get away with buying a reel that only has 1 ball bearing in it. You're not going to use it very much, it's not going to wear out very quickly, you're probably not going to have any significant problems with it. If you are fishing 2 or 3 times a month, then I think you're probably going to really enjoy having a reel that has 2 or 3 ball bearings in it. And of course, if you are fishing 5 or 6 or 7 times a month, I think you should be buying some higher end equipment that has 5 or 6 or 7 ball bearings. Now, the next thing you're going to notice when you go to pick out a reel is the different sizes. We've talked about how many ball bearings, and now we're going to talk about different sizes. There are very small reels for ultralight gear. There are very large reels for catching salmon or pike or larger. But for this 6.5 foot medium action rod that we talked about, the ideal size is either a 200 or a 2000 size. Most of your reel manufacturers are selling their reels, are listing them via some form of number. Many reels are listed in 100 series or 200 series or 300 series, 400 series. Some manufacturers are using 1000 series, 2000 series, 3000 series, etc. These Shimano reels that I put on these rods are 200 or 2000 series. So if the first number in your reel starts with a 2, then it's going to be appropriately matched for this 6.5 foot spinning rod. A lot of people want to grab a larger reel on it and try to put as much string on it as they possibly can. But rods and reels are designed to be balanced to one another, designed to match one another. If a reel is too heavy, it's going to tend to weight the rod this way. And if a reel is too light, then the rod is going to weight it down this way. It's important to have a very nice balanced feel for your rod and your reel. It takes a lot of stress off of your arm, it makes you much, much more accurate, and it just suits the rod, and the performance is going to be much better. I got a couple of other examples here. This is a Quantum Snapshot that I recently bought. This is only about a $20 reel, but it has a single ball bearing in it. Probably not what I should be using because I tend to go through them pretty good, but this is a Snapshot 2.0, a 20 series, which fits this rod quite nicely. And the most recent reel that I bought is another Shimano, a Syncopate. This is a 2500 Syncopate, which just fits this lightning rod absolutely perfectly. So medium action 6.5 foot IM6 rod and go for a spinning reel that is either a 200 or a 2000 series, something that's going to hold 8-pound test really well. So for Delaware Valley Outdoors, I'm John Hawthorne.